16 double top.
17th leg.
The fifth leg on the trot. In fact, Lloyd won the first two legs of the match. Della got the next two. Lloyd went 3-2 up at the first break. Only one leg to Della in the second session. That was the second leg. And only one leg since then. That was the first leg of the last session. As I say, 5 in a row to Lloyd, who in that little spell has hit 3 180s. He's had a 12 darter. So he's definitely upped his game in the last 10 to 15 minutes. And that just makes it more difficult for Della to get back in.
The dealies bobbing and weaving in time with the action up there, all going Lloyd's way, and he's not even playing well.
77.
The story is of Della's inability to put consistently 3 darts in or around that 60.
60.
I'll stress it's maybe a bit harder with the sort of darts he threw, short bullet darts with very little stem have got to be deader at you. What you're doing is you're actually just flinging the point. And there's been dips, this sort of dip action. The chin goes up, the arm goes forward. He's got a slight twitch when he lets go, but it's a much more reliable throw on the day.
57. Key to require 156.
Well, it's a long time since Della had a shot at a double. He might get one here now.
100.
Oh, nice shooting. Yes, to leave 90, but Della just to stop this run of leg after leg for Lloyd. Lovely mark.
Had one like this aimed at the previous dart. Well, why did he go for the dart when there's an open bed? It's the second time he's done that.
Colin requires 70.
And 70 wanted by Lloyd. Double 8. Double 4. No problem. 13-4.
Colin Lloyd.
Yes, he's a bit pleased now, Jaws.
Game on.
Bobbing around up there. A chubby checker on benefit night. Just relaxing. Della must be safe. Why don't I just stand there and pop doing this 60 every time, like this bloke?
Yeah, touch unlucky on that double top. Put 2 there right on the wire. Yeah, perhaps that first one was a good marker for the second. But 100% accuracy isn't always guaranteed, is it?
131.
Lloyd certainly upped the tempo.
That's right. Sometimes taking shots at the 60 when other shots would be preferable because his eye's in there. But he's fairly confident on the other big trebles, the 19 and the 18, and he's coasting this. The Della kids could be having ice cream on the prom within 20 minutes.
55. 96.
Lloyd looking comfortable now.
55.
Happy, obviously, with the scoreline.
Right, Shanghai, the great slanger of darts, comes from what used to happen here. Chinese pirates
100.
came and
Colin, you require
hit you with their junk.
39.
Ironically, probably the best leg Della's thrown was when he was beaten in 12 arrows by Lloyd.
60.
And that will have disconcerted him a touch.
81.
Knows he's home and Ellie host. 213s now. Yes! Hitting the lot. He's actually so confident in his eye that he's turned this into an exhibition.
Game on.
I don't think that's disrespect for Keith. He just knows that Keith's not going to kick in any high gear here, so he might as well just enjoy himself.
Yes, most of Lloyd's missed doubles came earlier in the contest when he and Della were missing them together. now, under no pressure whatsoever, they're just sailing in, Sid. What a difference it makes when you've got your confidence and things are going your way.
Absolutely. Well, I've said this before a lot of times. How do you relax and be nice and tense?
Yes.
That's the ultimate paradox in darts. You've got to do two things which are paradoxical at the same time. Relax and tense.
Absolutely.
57.
And I think he's probably got the balance right now.
Lloyd, he has.
60.
But you've got to admit, when Della looks back at his mum at the great moments in darts that he's been part of, he's been part of the drama since he beat Brissy in the 1983 World Final. I bet he'll love looking back through his game against Warrener and that 170.
Yes. 45.
That's the last thing on his mind at the moment, though. It'll all be retrospective, Sid, won't it? I think even he knows now that this is an impossible task. Lloyd 2 legs away from victory. Della fully 12.
83.
In fact, to assure victory inside 31 legs, Della would need to win 12 out of the next 13 legs.
60. $56. Keith, you require 142. Colin, you require 170.
In just the mood to come very close at this.
Well, I guess, Sid, that both Rod Harrington and Alan Warren will be watching this now. That's 11 left for Della. Double 4. And a
57.
long way off. Both Rod Harrington and Alan Warren will be watching this and saying, well, how did I lose to Keith Della? Rod Harrington, yeah, lots and lots of bounce outs.
Warren and missed a lot of doubles?
More doubles than anybody can afford to miss. A bull wanted, almost.
61.
And all the more now as they watch Keith's performance here, they'll be ruining the fact that they didn't beat him.
2 twos.
Game show the 19th leg. Keith Della. 20th leg. Colin to Roper. Game on.
Well, if Bruce Spanley had said game 2 and then turned around to see who it was, you couldn't have blamed him. It's a long time since he last called his name.
It's a cruel
it's
old
8
game,
legs ago. It is a cruel old game.
There.
But let's be honest, it's a long time. It's the 11th leg since Keith Della last won. I had the winning
45.
shout.
Aha, Jimmy lad. Came to support Della. Other blokes betwixt and between at the moment. Doesn't know whether to concentrate or just enjoy himself.
Well, he needs to provide the sort of magic that even Tommy Cooper would find hard to reproduce.
100. 85.
85. Far too few tons. Far too few ton 40s. And certainly far too few goals at the double. And those 2 facts, or 3 facts are really.
Yeah, to have this kind of lead, and even 2 more, where your average is 84 and it's never been above 86, just shows how bad the Della performance has been.
Oh, that's beautiful to leave double 4.
All he's had to do is poke in the odd big treble
55.
in his scoring combinations.
Colin, you require 8.
Looking at 2 fours, putting 1 away from the match.
Game
1 away from the match, it is to Lloyd.
Colin Lloyd.
So, to actually come back and put the final couple of tacks in the box for Della. Della stays out. A gesture, practicing another bit to try and keep off the inevitable.
I'll tell you what, in all honesty, to be truthful, you lot keep paying to get in here, yeah? It's going towards my prize money.
Well, Lloyd, he's 1 leg away from the match. It's gone down, cracked a joke about if you're going to pay the money to come in, it swells our prize money. Meanwhile,
well, their prize money as well is at stake. There they are, practicing away, knowing that within the next few minutes, unless Della really puts on a spurt and tries to get back in the game, they're going to be on that same hockey, fighting for a semi-final place. How much longer have we got left in this match? Methinks somehow not so long.
methinks, Gadzooks, thou is right, brave Goonie. There goes, serious noddle on for another 1 leg anyway. Great second dart.
100.
Ton to start. This, the pis-aller, the last throw of the dice, could be in this leg. Della struggled with his style. He's got a terrible average, which is 78, which means he's not got the adjustment ready. The Jaws fans are actually cock-a-hoop.
Yeah, Stella's been floundering for a long time in this game, and I can't really see anywhere where there's been a sign of him really getting back. In fact, the only place that I can look at is where Lloyd went 2 up the opening 2 legs of the match, and Della came back to 2 all. After that, frankly, it's been one-way traffic, and even earlier in the game when Lloyd was playing not so well himself, he just pulled away, and now he's looking a lot more relaxed. And obviously we saw there in that little episode that he's indeed got time to have a
and the confidence has come out that once or twice he's departed from the standard manual of shots, which meant using treble 18 particularly, and gone for 60 because his eye was in on it in a 10-minute match. And as you suggested, Shark, Della will be gutted. Turned the bloater paste here. The fans absolutely disjudged them lot. Jaws fans know their lad is ready to sharpen his teeth for the last fall.
102. 42 left. Come across for 10 for double 16.
70.
We'll be back, but not with confidence.
Could be back with an opponent on a 2-darter though. Very easily, the way he's been hitting. The way he's been hitting him, this is going to be a good one.
72 when he goes. He did that earlier on 206.
2 8s. Still a chance of 2 8s. Right here for the end of the game.
Said he wouldn't be confident, Sid, and I didn't have to be clever to say that. Yes, the final blow is this.
48.
To stave off the inevitable for the moment, the 1983 world champion looking at 2 4s.
Well, he's won 2 out of the last 3 legs. It has to be said, delaying the inevitable. If he were to come back here, it would be probably the greatest comeback in the history of the game. There have been others, but not just because he's 9 legs behind, but because of the manner in which he's played, frankly.
60.
Well, Lloyd's still only averaging 84. It's been up as high as 86. But he really hasn't had to think of anything blistering to handle Della.
140.
Too many darts have been like that second one.
100.
Dipped a quarter of an inch into a limbo land because the barrel and the flight stop your next two to the 60. Whereas the way he's landed them, he has got masses of room, and his cover's been going in as well.
126.
Well, Lloyd sensing now victory.
Da-dum, da-dum, da-dum. Sensing Della blood in the water. Here comes Jaws to sew it up. Da-dum.
69.
Yes, Le Fin from the Fin soon, methinks. 126, he won't have to go the 19 route that's
59.
mentioned there. He may decide to, of course. Might want to finish with a flourish. 85 left. 70 when he goes.
56.
Will he try 20 bull? Phil Taylor showed some show pony shots. Or will he go the standard way?
20 for tops. For a place in the semi-final. Lloyd cruises, frankly, to victory over a very, very disappointing and no doubt disappointed Della.